He still got a little bit of grass left. He didn't mess it up too much, except on the right side there. But along the gate, there's still some left that he can eat. I'll give him some more this evening. He's in the trailer right now. He's coming back. There he is. He likes to go. He likes to hang out in that trailer. Yeah, he's got plenty of water. He's got plenty of water. So I'm going to unhook the hose so I can water the garden, lemongrass in the garden today. But I'll give him some corn since I'm out here. For your corn? Okay, I'm here. You really want it, don't you? Oh boy. He's eager to get some corn. Okay, I won't torture you anymore. Okay, here you go. Give him a little extras today. He's only got today and tomorrow. And then on Monday morning, I gotta take him into the meat processor for his appointment. Okay. He's put on some weight since he's been in the barn here. Well, the main reason I put him in the barn back when I did, been about 3 months now, I guess. March, April, May, yeah. I'm not sure exactly when. I could look it up. The main reason because he tries to breed the cattle, but he can't do it. He can't do the job. But that's why I brought that other white one up here, the younger one. I think he might be able to do the breeding, but for some reason he just can't do it. He's had over a year and a half to be here. I brought him here he was a year and a half old when I brought him here in September of 24. So he had all of 25 to do some breeding when he was 2 years old. He couldn't do it. But then when I brought this other white one, he kept interfering. He still wanted to breed them when they came into heat, but he couldn't do it. But he was interfering with the younger white bull, so I had to pin him up so he wouldn't interfere, so the young bull wouldn't be pressured or have him to fight with. Okay, that's all I'm going to do today out here. Well, I said tonight I'm going to give him some more of that hay, or not hay, I keep calling it hay. The road ditch grass that was cut by the township. Okay, but I got something else to do today too. He's content eating corn, that's for sure. I also fed him put some of this 3 forkfuls of the ditch grass in here. And I think he ate some of it, most of it, but he still left a little bit. So I'll probably do that again tonight. I can really feel the sun's blocked by the clouds, but I can feel the heat of the sun through the clouds. Oh boy. Cattle are down there behind these trees. I guess I'm going to water the lemongrass in the garden this morning before I forget. And I got the nozzle right there, and I got to disconnect the hose and then put the nozzle on the hose there and then drag it down. And then I can water the garden. Disconnect the hose and then put the nozzle on. From here, I'm also have a little breakfast. These are hard to pick, but the leaves are in the way now. I hope I don't lose any. hard to reach over a fence. I don't want to get shocked. What else I got here? Right. We're getting fewer and fewer. There's still a few though. Enough for a mouthful. I can't get that one. Here's a couple. Some of them are still a little red. I better eat what I got before I lose them. That one fell apart. Yeah, let's eat them. Oh yeah, good. Oh, good. That's about all I can get. There's not many left. I'll be gone soon. Okay, back to work on this hose. Nozzle on the hose. I gotta drag the hose around, and then I gotta turn the water on. Then I'll water lemongrass before I do anything else. Hey, water's on. Still got a leaky hose there where I wrapped it with inner tube, strip of rubber. But I got a splice to fix it with. I just haven't done it. I fixed one of them in there. I think it's over there. Yeah, there's a splice there I fixed. And there's the piece I cut out a while back. And I gotta do that one too, one of these days. I got another one up by the barn, but I think it's underneath the trailer right now. Anyway, I'm gonna go water the lemongrass. I watered the lemongrass the first 2 days after I transplanted them out here. First day and then the second day. Then I skipped a couple days. Now I'm going to water them again because they look a little dry. What's that noise? I think it's the birds in the eave. That's what I think. The blackbirds make nests in the eave. Okay, this one first. Okay. Yeah, I can stay way back here. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There's 17 here. I'll give him a good drink this morning. I think something was digging on this one here. I think. But maybe I'll be able to fill that back in. Or maybe after I watered them the last time, maybe the soil just settled. Because I didn't really pack them. I was going to expect the water to pack the soil. Yeah, after I get the after I get the bull out of the barn, I got some old grass clippings on a wagon in there. I'm going to use the wheelbarrow and haul them out here. Those grass clippings are from 2024. When I had to hide cattle out at the big pasture to be bred by the bull out there. One cow had the younger one had a calf, but she lost it. It was stillborn in the winter. At least that's what I think, anyway. And I've been trying to get him bred ever since. So I brought the first white bull up here when he was a year and a half. And I brought this other younger white bull when he was a year and a half. So maybe he'll be able to breed something. Or not. And if he can't do it, hopefully the red one will. He'll be 2 years old next spring. Just gotta keep trying. Yeah, that should hold them. I should be at water them every day, but too much of a hassle using this hose thing. Disconnecting it and then connecting it. Okay, let's go to the next one. Yeah, I've been letting my asparagus grow. I can still harvest a few of these. That one there I could harvest, a little bitty one. That one already fell over. That's why I gotta trim these off when they get too tall because the wind blows them over. There's a young one there. Oh, yeah, another young one there. And there. That look, it's awful skinny. I got one down there, but maybe two. I got two of them down there. I could harvest those, but it's okay. I had enough this year. Okay, let's go back over here. These here may not make it all. That one there I know for sure broke off when I was planting it. But I'm hoping something will still grow from the roots. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All these 10 have, at least they got some green on them still. I'm not sure, but I think the cat might be out here doing something. I'm watching the water. I'm not watching where I'm aiming my camera. So that's 10 here. 9 with leaves anyway. And then that one in the corner. I don't really like using my cistern water for this. I'm already using my cistern water to water the bull in the barn. But I got a big cistern, and that's only me, so I should have enough water. I'll check it once in a while. Now this side here, it's kind of sad. These may not make it. That's why I put them over here. I can always plant something else here. Now that one, these 4 on this end here, they had some life left in them. So I'm hoping these 4 will grow. Those 2 there had some green on them when I planted them. Not much, but they had some. But these were better. Yeah, I'll get that once the bull gets out of the barn. I'll get that grass clippings off the wagon, and then mulch these. Keep the ground from drying out, and keep the weeds from growing. See those weeds there? Those are morning glories, just like them there. This was covered with morning glories last summer, because I don't think I planted anything here yet last summer. Okay, that's about it. I think that's enough. Enough to keep them going for another day. Yeah, the weather for making hay isn't looking too good. I think Say Saturday next week is mostly clear. But then toward the end of the week, there's like another week of rain chances. So it's going to be a tough decision for the guy cutting the hay to make. See if he can cut my hay and get it harvested, get it baled before it rains. I'll let them stress that about that. I'll let them make that choice because they got, like I said, they got to fit me into their schedule for the other people that they cut for. And since I've only got grass, they have to be more careful when they cut somebody's alfalfa. That's more expensive. And my grass dries out faster. You also have to coordinate it with other people who are nearby. That way they can come here in my area and cut as much as they can. But then they have to come back and rake it all. Then have to come back and bale it all. Yeah. So they got to time it out just right, depending on how many customers they have around me. Okay, I gotta go. Get something else done today. This thing leaks a little bit. Even when it's turned out tight, it's leaking. So I gotta go turn the water off. And I'll put the hose in there so it can get a little extra water. Okay, lemongrass is watered. There's a splice I put in maybe a month ago, or maybe more than a month. But look at all the water that's going down. Hey, I just thought of something. I moved the leaky hose from here because it was just putting water here, not doing any good. And I put it up there, and I got the end of the hose, which also leaks. So that, at least that box will get some water when I'm turning the hose off and turning it on too. I'll probably water them again tonight before I disconnect the hose. Unless the bull has plenty of water, I won't have to worry about it. I'll leave it hooked up here so I can water the lemongrass more often. At least with the overcast skies, it's cooler. If it was bright sun, it'd be hot. But when they cut the hay, I would prefer sunny skies to dry the hay faster. The plan today is to take this bag and a half that I had left over from a long time ago. I'm going to try to use that half bag on the concrete that I already poured for the little slope at the back, at the bottom. And then I'm going to, if I don't have enough of that to do that, then I'll use some of this. I'm going to mix this all. And then I'll put the rest, I'm just going to sprinkle it in, put it in different places at the bottom of the other one. I'll do a finished layer when I get 11 more bags of Quikrete one of these days. But for today, I'm just going to use this up in case it got rained on. Even though it's under a roof, it could have got some rain blown in. It feels okay by touching it, but you never know. I'd rather get rid of it. And like I said, I'll put it on the bottom, then I'll put another layer, a finished layer on top. Yeah, but that's part of it. I'm guessing half a bag will be enough to finish that other. If not, I'll use some of this there. I'll mix it all together. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna do that, but I gotta change clothes first. Hey, mockingbird, singing. Oh, I didn't. Oh, he's gone. I guess I scared him. Or bothered him. Oh, he's back. Sometimes you'll sit on that antenna. Like today, I think he's in a tree somewhere. He's up there somewhere. Yeah, I planted this a year or so after I built the house in '83. It's an oak. That's how old it is. Okay, I gotta get going. Because there is also a chance of rain for today too. Looks like these cattle are making their way back up here. They like to hang out up here. They like to hang underneath that tree there. I think either to be close to the bull or just enjoy the shade, because that's a nice shade tree. Silver maple, I believe. Yeah. I got something to do out there in the big pasture corral. I'm gonna pour a little bit more cement, a little bag and a half of cement today. Nothing serious though. Red bull and the youngest cow, they're still out there. But the other three come up here already, eating as they go. Oh, she wants that lemon. Oh, she sees it. Oi! I walked all the way around to the front and I forgot to turn the water off. That's me talking too much. I gotta go walk all the way back, turn the water off. I see the fountain over there. That would have been bad. I would have lost a lot of water. Although we would have stayed in the garden. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that fountain over there. The leak on the hose. Oh, good thing I saw that. Now I gotta walk all the way back. I think I'll turn it off after when I go back up to get the truck. Yeah. Yeah. At least it's watering something there, so that's good. It's not going to waste. It's going to the water. Maybe they're all coming up here to water the water. Except the other two over there. Yeah. Gotta get their soak in. What's going on, guys, girls, wherever you are? I haven't checked it. I haven't been able to pick any of them up yet. I'll wait till they come to me. Mama's eating. They saw the water. They saw the little fountain there. There's a kitty behind that post. I turned the water off finally. Since I'm thinking about it, I'm going to check the cistern and see how much water I got. Let's open that lid up and see what I got in my cistern. Not to worry. Yeah, I got plenty of water. Yes, but as high as it's going to get. It's only about 2 inches from the top of the high level, because I got an overflow going out that way. If it gets too much rain, it goes out that way. My intake is over here where I'm standing. Anyway, looks good to me. I don't know how accurate this would be, but I know that my cistern is 8 foot wide from here to there, and I think it's 26 feet long. And if I was going to do another cistern, I would make compartments. Yeah, with the different hose in case one gets empty. I still have a backup, or at least two compartments, and then have an overflow into each one. But that's not going to happen. I don't need another cistern. 20, and it's 8 foot deep. Yeah, 8 foot down, 8 by 26 by 8 foot deep. So only once did I let it go empty, and then I had to buy water because I forgot when I cleaned my gutters out. I turned the downspout where it goes into the cistern or goes off into the ground. And I guess I forgot to turn the thing back on after I cleaned the gutters. And it must have been a long time in between gutter cleanings because I forgot to turn the things back on to collect water. And that's why it ran out. Of course, back then I probably had my wife here too. And my wife's father and her son was here too back in 94 to 99. So that could have been when it went dry. Oh boy, that was my fault though. Looks like I'm going to have to do some little cleanup around the air conditioner before I decide to turn it back on again. Okay, wasps are everywhere around here. I gotta get out of here. There's them sparrows. I keep calling them sparrows. Swallows. Let's see if they come in with it. I'm standing at the back. Oh. They came in and then they I think they're still using the nest. It seems like there's a lot more. It used to only be like 4. Now there's more than 4. They're just flicking around. Yeah, yesterday I was calling them sparrows, and I did it again today. Come on in. Oh, they left me. Okay. Let's see if they'll come in. I'm just standing there. They should be used to me. Yeah, once they see me, they turn around. She almost came in. If I stand here long enough, they'll ignore me. Yeah, there's a lot more swallows. I've never seen a swallows in the barn, though. Only here. Yeah, they almost come in. Let me move to the side. Yeah. I'm sort of 3 of them up on the line. There's four up on the line. That one just flew away. I guess they're going to rest there now. And the others are out catching bugs. I don't know if they got babies. I haven't heard the babies squeaking lately, so maybe these extra birds are the babies that hatched and they raised. Seems like just the other day they were feeding and the babies were small. At least I could see their mouths, but maybe that's because they were big. Now there's 5 up there. And there's still some flying around. There's another one. Up. Up. They keep changing places. I gotta go. Get something done today. Oh, it's not really hot, but it's so sticky. It feels like it's raining even though it's not raining. All sticky and sweaty. Oh, these cattle are relaxing in the shade of this tree. Even the little red bull come up. He's back there. Okay, I'm going to head out to the big pasture now and do a little concrete work. Nothing major, just a small amount. There's 2 kittens. The other one just ran under the car. I'm going to do some concrete work. I can take some tools out with me. I need the wheelbarrow in there. And I need some concrete. A bag and a half. I need to put that on. It can be under the wheelbarrow. But I got to push this stuff back. I got to bring some water with me too. So I got to push this grass back a little bit. The wheelbarrow down. I'm ready to go. Here's a small job. Shouldn't take too long. That's looking good. Cattle must be on top. I don't see them down here anywhere. Guess I'll have to close this gate behind me. I'll be up here for a little while. I don't know what coming down here and then getting out. It's warming up. Sticky. Now that the sun's out, it's really cooking. There's some floating things from that poplar tree. Still producing something. I don't know when they're going to be able to cut my hayfield. It's going to be tricky though with all this rain in the forecast. Hard to pick a window where there's no rain. Plus they have other customers besides me. Before I start any concrete work, I'm going to go look for the cattle. See what they're doing. Oh, it's hot out there. If it gets any hotter, I won't have to start up my air conditioner from my house too. It's kind of sticky inside. Let's drive over some weeds. Yeah, these are pretty big. We don't break something underneath. I'm going to disc them up eventually anyway. As soon as there's one cow that is still due to calve. The dark one up here. I think she's pretty close. And the other one is the white one down there in the trees. I think they're all huddled under there, as far as I can tell. There's the white one. I come out. I want to keep an eye on them because if they're going to have a calf, I want to be able to catch it sooner than later. In case they have a problem. Little pond. I don't know if they soak in this pond as much as they do the other one at the bottom, by the gate, by the bridge. I mean, yeah, I seen the cattle, and I seen the two that are near the calf. The one on the right there, the dark one. And the white one down by the trees. Okay, let's drive back. Look at that one Jimson weed all by itself. Oh no, we got some new ones coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the left side there. So I might disc this up too, or just cut those down. Be done with it. I don't have to bring the disc over here for these. I might have to do it later on as the other weeds start to grow. But for right now, I just want to get these dished up. As soon as I cut my hay in the hay field, I can get in there and get the disc out. Yeah, I need to fence this off too, at least for the summer. I don't think we'll have enough from the first cutting, enough bales to put in here, because there's a big area on the other side I want to use first. Yeah, but these weeds need to be eaten down too. I just have to put a fence across, so it wouldn't be too hard. If I can find some post. Okay. See what I can do over here. Only got a bag and a half to work with, so. Yeah, I think I can. I'm going to do the one where the tire is first, up against that bottom board. Yeah, I'm going to fill in that gap between the tire and the board. That'll be first, and then whatever the rest of it, I'll just scatter in the box on the right, on the lower side, and I'll just add to it when I get the 11 extra bags, whenever I get them. Whoops. Turn around. Work off the back end of my truck. I need to give me some room here. Should be enough. It's only going to be one wheelbarrow full, so not even full, only bag and a half. Okay, let's get this little job done. Okay, let's unload what I need. Cattle are on the move. I guess they're going to head down to the bridge, pond by the bridge pretty soon too. Yeah. I haven't mixed any concrete yet. I'm still working on some iron, some metal, wire panel, or reinforcement. I'm still waiting for 2 more calves to be born from this. Not this red cow from front. She's already had hers and lost hers in February. But that dark cow there, she had hers April 25 last year. She's already late. And the white cow, wherever she is, she had it April 6th, and she's late too. They usually have about a month before they had the calf the year before. That's how it usually works, give or take. Or at least the same time. Well, there's the white cow. She's behind that mama cow there, the lead cow there. I thought sure they'd have a calf by now. But I think they're both pregnant, according to their bellies. It's hard to tell. But I'm still getting. There's the white cow. She's out in the lead now. She don't have as big belly as this other darker one back here, but so she might be a little later. As long as they have a calf and it's healthy, that's all they care about. About ready to start mixing concrete. I only got a bag and a half to work with. Yeah. Only one small portion of it I have to use the trowel on. The rest I'm just going to dump in the empty box and maybe raise up
reinforcement a little bit, or the wire panel up just a little bit, so there'll be some space between the ground and the wire. Because on the other one I didn't do that. I just didn't feel like doing it. I just poured the cement on it, the concrete on it, and the iron stayed at the bottom mostly. There was some that was embedded in the concrete, but it'll still be strong enough. It'll keep it strong. Next, that bag and a half, I'm going to work on that first. Yesterday, or not yesterday, but whenever I poured this, while the cement was still hot, I put some metal pieces in there, standing up, 5 of them. And then today I cut this piece there, because it's, you know, I don't know. I guess I'm going to make it slanted. I'll use this tire as a guide, though, how much curve I put into it. And once I finish that, then I'm going to put the rest of it in here. I cut another piece for there, but I'm going to lay that up on top. I'm not going to set that in there yet, because I got to pour all this first. After I get another 11 bags, so I'll just lay that up on top there, and then I'm just going to put some in the corners, in the middle, here, just a dab. You know, I'll put a dab here, just enough for the. I already got that down too far. I just threw that concrete that was left over from this one. I just threw that in there just to hold that wire down. Some of it's up in the air on this end, but that one's close. But I'll raise it up a little bit. It's already raised up now, somewhat, just because of the ground is not level. So that's what I'm going to do on this one. But first, I can smell that skunk again. So there must have been a skunk somewhere. And the wind's coming up this hill, I think. Somewhere there's a skunk. Maybe the skunk died, I don't know. Maybe something caught it and ate it and left it smell. Actually, the wind's from this direction right now. But I think the wind changes direction sometimes. Sometimes it's blowing in this way, like it is now. Sometimes it comes up the hill. I think when it comes up the hill, that's where I get the skunk smell. Because yesterday I smelled it real strong there on the bridge. So it's whatever that smell's coming from, it's so close to the bridge. Well, let me see what I can do here. This is about the curve that I want. I use the tire as a guide, at least near the bottom. I'm going to use these boards as a stop for the concrete when I put it in. I need some more weight on it. I don't know what I can use, so those boards don't move. I don't have heavy. I got some blocks. I got some concrete blocks here, but I got an idea. I use my buckets of water. Anyway, I was going to tie the wire around those, but it's in there pretty good. It's not going anywhere. Concrete's going to come all the way out to here. Yeah, I guess I didn't set them in there. I should have brought them out a little bit. Should have brought them, the ones in the concrete, out farther. I'll do that on the next one. On the next one, I can't go down as far because there's concrete there already. But I can put them in a little bit. Yeah, that should work. At least it'll be strength, a little bit stronger. What I could do is move the metal on the outside. On the outside. Yeah, I'll do that. So that way it'll lean against, now it's leaning against the board. I'd rather have it leaning against those pegs in the concrete. That'll work better. And then when the tire rolls up against it, it'll be better. I'm not going to put the concrete to the top of that. I'm going to put it down near the bottom. Near the bottom and work my way up. And curve, slight curve. Okay, I guess I'll start mixing. Why this side seems farther away than that side. I guess I better measure it. Two are always together. The bull and the mama cow. Even when she's not in heat, he just likes to hang out with her. Look, the 3 yearlings are together. Yeah. And the 2 calves from this year so far. One from her in January 15, and one from the, where is she? Which one is she? I think it's the brown cow over there, end of the bales. Yeah, she was the other mama in February 14. And there's the 2 calves, and there's the red cow who lost her calf in end of February, and then the dark cow still needs to have a calf yet, and the white cow way back there needs to have a calf yet. Okay, let me mix some concrete now. I'm gonna put it there, and I'm gonna have it tapered or curved, not tapered, curved to match the tire shape. Match the roundness of the tire when I back up. Okay, let's get some concrete mixed. Normally I mix 2 bags, and that takes about 6 containers of water, not those containers, but a Miracle Whip jar, a plastic one, 6 of those, or maybe 5.5. So 1.5 bags would be, I think I'll take it slow. I think I'll start with three things, and then I'll add water as I need it. Yeah, I'll make it work. I underestimated the amount of concrete I would use. I thought I'd only use a half bag. I only got a little bit left out of that bag. I don't think that was even a half bag. Out of the bag and partial bag, that's all I got left. And I still got to wait to finish my work. Because I made a mistake of wetting this area here. But since it's concrete, it didn't really drain off. It just settled in this corner, the water, and I didn't take it out. I could have taken it out with a rag or something, but I'll have to wait till that dries. That side's is a little soft too, right in there. Here it's getting firmer, but there in the bottom, in the middle there, it's sliding down. I can't maintain my, especially down here. I have to wait till that hardens up a little bit or dries out, so I can shape it into a curve. Yeah, that was my fault for making this. I thought if I make it wet, it would stick better, adhere better to the concrete that was already there. I think I can finish it. I won't have much to put in there, but that's okay. I'll have to get maybe an extra bag or 2, because I know I need 12 bags in there. If I get 11, yeah, that's about a half a bag. So actually I put 11 and a half bags here, because I had bought 12 for this, the bottom part, the flat, that part, and then I had a half a bag left over. So that means I used about 11 and a half bags in this one. So I figured 11 and a half bags there too, or 11 bags there, since I already got a half bag. I thought I was going to use some of that over there, which I do have a little bit. So I'll go ahead and get 12 bags because I need at least 11 and a half in there, or 11 in there, and I need another bag or more to add this there too. So maybe I'll get 12 bags and be done with it. Better to have too much than not enough. Okay, I don't know how long I gotta wait for that to stiffen up. At least I'm able to work in the shade. There's no shade right now. There's just shade from the clouds. Oh, fly! Ah, got me. Got my leg. Yeah, I just gotta wait for that to stiffen up so I can put my curve in and have it stay where I put it. Flies are bothering my legs. Yeah. Yeah. There won't be much to put in here when I'm done. I have to form a curve. Same, or somewhat of a curve. I'm glad I put the metal in there. The wire panel stuff. Like I got over here. Oh, I can smell that skunk. It's coming in from somewhere. Whew. Okay. Let's try to work that again. I don't want to wait too long and then I won't be able to shape it. Yeah, I should have known better. It's starting to rain. Just a light rain. Enough to keep my concrete from drying out. I still have it. It's still pretty wet underneath those bags. I can't get it to, I push it up and then it slides right back down. I gotta let it dry out. I put the leftover cement there and there, and I got that to hold up because this metal here, the ends are sticking up. Should have bent them where they go down, but I didn't do that. So, and I dumped my, I cleaned out my wheelbarrow and dumped it in there. But there's dirt under that, so that'll sink down for now. When all the concrete's in here, like it was over here, the water's probably going to collect at the bottom down there, but I'll just have to clean it out once in a while. It'll probably make this board rot faster. Even though they're treated, they don't like to be wet all the time either. Anyway, I decided to go ahead and, since I used a bag and a half for that, or almost a bag, over a bag anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get 12 bags for this, because this is what I would have used, 12 bags. And then I'd also need another bag for that down there. So I used about 11 and a half here, so if I figure if I use another 11 and a half here, 12 bags will give me extra because I already have some in here. Not much, but enough to, yeah, 12 bags is probably better. Yeah, that's still wet underneath there. I gotta keep an eye on it though. I gotta check it every once in a while, but if I can keep the rain off of it, maybe it'll stiffen up enough to work. Yeah. I need plastic is what I need, but I don't have any. Oh, I do have plastic. What am I talking about? The plastic over here at the end of my bale storage area. Yeah, I'll just cut a piece off of here. I'll leave that alone, but I want to cut a piece off of here big enough to. I also have that, but it's all rolled up, so I'll leave it. Yeah, good thing I got this out here. I also have some over there if I need it. There's under those trees. There's plastic there left over from when we used to have. I used to stack square bales there when I baled square bales before we started until we switched around. I think the last square bales were like 2015 or maybe a little bit before. So I got plastic everywhere. It's even sliding down that hill down to that pond. Anyway, here's what I got here, so I'm going to use this. Be enough. Let's see what it looks like under those bags. Let's see what I can do with that. It's a little better. That end's getting better. Here it's still wet here. Let me cover that up with the plastic now. Well, that's better than the little bags. Yeah. I'm gonna have to wait it out in the truck. But I'm getting wet a little bit. At least it's not raining hard. It's raining enough though. Hope there's no holes in that plastic that's gonna leak down in there. Because all this water is gonna settle here. On this corner. This didn't work out the way I planned, but I made a mistake. I was wetting down the concrete before I put. Then I think I made my concrete a little bit too loose too. On top of that, now I got some rain. I mean, I like the rain for the pasture. It helps the grass grow, but I don't really. I didn't have to do this work today, but I wanted to use up that bag and a half of concrete I had left over, so I can estimate how much I'm going to need here. Now I know I need 12 bags, just to be sure I have enough. I used 11 and a half here, and some of it's already. The other half went there. Started out with 12 for this, and then 11 and a half here, and then I got about a half a bag in there already. Well, I'll probably only need 11 bags, but I'm going to get 12 just to be sure I got enough to finish that job. Oh man, let's go wait it out in the truck. I'm going to wait until that's the concrete I poured in there under the plastic is stiff enough to hold the shape when I form it with the trowel. Still loose on that end. This end's getting better. That end's still loose. Gravity wants to pull it back down. The rain is getting heavier now. Rain's hitting the leaves. Yeah, it looks heavier. Yeah, truck's getting washed off. Yeah, it's raining. Oh well. It's not raining hard, so I guess I'll just have to wait till that concrete that's under the plastic stiffens up a little bit more. But it's not going to dry much in this temperature or weather. I decided to turn the truck on so I can use the air conditioning because I'm all wet and hot. And even though I'm wet from the rain, I'm also sweaty. That's what shows on my truck. Time is 1:33 p.m. May 30th. It started out at 81, but after I turned the air conditioner on, it went down to 78. So it's probably pretty close. I'm not sure what it registers the temperature, inside or outside the truck. I never did know that. Anyway, that's what it's got. I worked that cement down a little bit. It's still pretty loose on that end. This half is pretty good. It's holding its shape. Sun's starting to come out, so maybe it'll stop raining. Sun's trying to shine right through here. This grass is going to get a little wet. I'm going to feed it to the bull tonight. Or I just might feed him to it when I get back. And be done with it. But I'll try to wait till tonight. Go back in the truck, wait for the rain to stop. But raining is hard right now. But it is raining. But the sun's trying to shine. I can feel the heat. I'm going to try something different here. Let's see what I can do. I think the rain's going to slow down here soon. It's just a little sprinkle right now. I'm going to try something. That side looks pretty good. I'm going to try this one again. Sun's shining brighter now, and there's only a few drops. I'm gonna take them boards out of there. As good as I can make it. I want to do something different. I'm gonna roll the tire up against it, make a tire mark on it. See what happens. Still got to cover it up with plastic though, because it's still sprinkling a little bit. Well, the tire hits up here, but it doesn't hit down there. So I could have had it come out more, but that's good enough. That's good enough. Same thing on that side. By the way, this is still going to work, I think. Stopped raining. Oh boy. At least I got it done. Yeah, I just made that concrete too wet. I couldn't shape it on a steep slope like that. It was too wet. It just couldn't hold. Partly my fault because I made the concrete. Actually, it was all my fault. When I made the concrete, when I mixed the concrete, I added too much water, made it loose to begin with, and then before I poured it in there, of course I didn't pour it, I used a shovel to put it in, but I wetted that concrete there, which was a mistake because the water didn't go anywhere. It just drained down to the bottom down there. That's why that concrete, there was already water in that corner when I put the wet concrete in there. So they got even wetter. It was just too loose. But I got it good enough for what I want. All right. Next time I go to Lowe's, I'll get 12 bags because I think I can fit 12 bags in there with not much left. Well, no. Let me figure this out again. This one I used 11 and a half and the other out of 12 bags, and the other half went over there. So I'm thinking if I get 12 bags and I put 11 and a half here, 12 bags, there's already a half bag there. I should have at least one bag left over. That's going to be kind of short. Because I used about an 1.5 ounce bag just for that back end down there. So maybe I should get 13. Okay, 11 and a half back over here. So if I use another 11 and a half over here, like this one, but since I already got a half in there, it'll only be 11 bags. But if I buy 12, I'll mean that I'll have one bag left over for there, and that's not enough because I used 1.5 back there today, plus a little left over. So yeah, I'll get 13 bags just to be safe, because I don't want to be going back to Lowe's again. I'm all loaded up. I even cut some more plastic to cover up the grass because it was getting rained on, but by the time I got it covered up, it stopped raining. That figures. Anyway, I'm going to head back. Head down the hill. Cattle are probably down by that pond. By the bridge. Okay. I'm done out here. At least till I buy more concrete. Or quickcrete. Quickcrete? Yeah, quickcrete. And of course I still have weeds to spray, but that's going to have to wait. Water dropping on my... Oh, it's still raining. That's why. Just a few sprinkles. Oh, I'm soaking wet. From sweat and from the rain. Today's Saturday? Yeah, today's Saturday. Oh, the cattle aren't here. They must be out eating somewhere. I thought they'd be down here. Something swimming around in there on that end. Grass is really good here. It's been almost a month. Well, it's been since May 1st anyway. Yeah, I knocked them out of here on May 1st. Okay. Well, since I'm in the truck, I guess I'll head over to the hayfield. Take a look at that. Just for fun. I lost the bucket. I heard it hit the road. I thought I had it on there pretty good. Okay. Well, I got my bucket. Let's go back to time lapse. This is my hay field. It's mostly fescue grass. There's other grasses in there too, but not very much different. It's mainly fescue. Used to have alfalfa in it, but just fescue took over. I'm going to do a drive-by again. I'm just going to do a drive-by because there's a car coming. Oh, I think it's a mail person. Mail carrier. Yeah, that's a mail carrier. Stopped it a couple times. That's a get on the right side of the road where I belong. Yeah, that's a mail carrier. Okay, back to the house. Got the little concrete job done. I made it harder on myself, making the concrete too wet. And then I wetted the area where I was going to put the concrete, which made it even wetter. Then it rained. I don't know. At least it's done. Next concrete work will be, I guess I'll buy 13 bags just to be sure I have enough. Only need about 11 for the box, but I think I'm going to need 1.5, at least 1.5 for the back part. Compared, looks like there's a bunch of elderberries over there. I wonder if they eat those. At least they look like elderberries. Yeah. If they don't, maybe I'll ask a guy. They use those. If they don't use them, I'll take them. I'll even give them some juice if I make some. That could be a different kind of weed. But it looked like elderberries from a distance. There's some over here too. Oh, I'm supposed to put it in a time lapse. Oh well. If it was in time lapse, why was I talking? I don't know what my right hand don't know what my left hand's doing. Or how should I say it? My right hand don't know what my mouth is doing. Something to pass the time. Okay. Good enough for me. I gotta unload this so I can feed that grass that's under that plastic to the bull. Just laying around. It's almost 3 p.m. I'll go in the house, rest a while, and I'll feed this to the bull sometime later this afternoon around 6 or 7. Sun don't go down till 8, so I still got plenty of time. I haven't decided when I'm going to get the mother next 13 bags of quickcrete to finish that concrete work up at the corral. I'd like to get it done sooner than later, but I'm more concerned about getting my hay done. But the weather's too uncertain too many chances for rain in the forecast, even up until June. And usually when it starts to dry up, it gets hot and dry, and it's going to stay dry. Well, that's what it did last year. It was okay until July. Once July started, it started to heat up and dry up. Yeah, it didn't get raining in until October. That's why I didn't get a second cutting. Fescue don't grow good in the heat and the dry, when it's dry, hot and dry. They like, oh boy, looks like a squadron of airplanes coming at me. They always back off by the time they get here. I'll get out of the way. Let's see if they'll come in now. How are you? Oh, I guess they're catching bugs, but it looked like they were flying in formation there for a while. Now, what was I saying? Oh, quickcrete. I don't want to go get quickcrete and then have the truck full when I'm trying to get some hay bales moved. So I was hoping they'd cut yesterday or today, but that was before the chance of rain increased, and now there's even more chances for rain. First week of June, even into the second week of June, there's even more chances for rain. So just have to wait and see. Like I said, that concrete work can wait. Ooh, right over my head. There they go. One went in. I don't know if they're just catching bugs or if they're oh, he changed his mind right last minute. I think I'm still in their way. Even standing here off to the side. Well, I'm not getting nothing done this way. So let me go back in the house and relax. There's one. Three of them came in. That's good. Yeah, that little rain I got today, I think it came out of this cloud here. It came across. That's at 3 p.m. right as I got home. So, yeah. This may have came across too, I don't know. That's the only thing near me at 3 p.m. So there might be some more coming across too. You can see what's happening there. It came across me and then evaporated. Well, it's 6 p.m., so I better feed that ditch grass. It's in the back of the truck to the bull in the barn. It's sprinkling a little bit. I think there's some rain over that way. I know I can see there's a rain over there, or that's just a shadow from that cloud. But since I'm going to be driving through that gate there, and I don't want to be getting out of the truck so many times, opening and closing it, I am going to go ahead and close this gate because I'm not going anywhere today, the rest of today, except to the barn. Now I'm going to open this gate. I can feel a few drops There's a couple cats. Oh wait, no, that's a raccoon. That's a raccoon with baby. Two babies, raccoon with two babies. There she goes. I think she was coming over. Yeah, I think she was coming over here to eat the mulberries off the tree. Raccoon with two babies. There she goes. All right. Let's go back to my gate here. Let's go ahead and open it. Now to get the truck. Okay, let's feed the rest of this grass. I'm not gonna make it. Maybe I will. I made it. How about that? I think I ran over that stump. I'm gonna leave this gate open tonight because I got the gate closed at the driveway. Let's see. How did I do this before? Drive down through here. I'm gonna back up to that gate there in the corner. Don't spin. Okay. Yeah, there's a few drops coming down. Let's see if I can do it in one shot today. Let's see, what am I doing here? Get close, but not too close. That's too close. Okay. Door, so good. That's pretty good. I'll give him some corn too since I'm over here. He doesn't need water. Not today. He's only got tonight, tomorrow, and tomorrow night. And then he goes to the butcher, so I'll see if I have to feed him water or not. Yeah, I'm going to feed him the rest of that ditch grass that's in the back of the truck. Okay. Hello, Buster. Yeah. I think it's pretty well clean over here. I'll put it along the wall here. What? Okay, that's pretty good. I'm gonna save some for tomorrow night. I will give him some tomorrow night too. You didn't want the grass, you want the corn, don't you? Just enough for one more night. I'll give that to him Sunday night or tomorrow night. That way I'll have a full belly when he gets to the butcher. Get through the fence, huh? Well, why don't you just go around the other side? Oh, you're waiting for corn. So I guess I'll go ahead and feed him some corn. Yeah, he's waiting for his corn. That's the board I installed here last week, I think. Something bit my leg. Ah, them flies sure do bite hard. And I fed them some hay in here, some grass in here yesterday. I figured I'll just keep it outside. All right, I didn't forget you. I'll get you the corn right now. I didn't forget you. Yeah, be patient. Be patient. I'm a coming. Just, you'll have to get out of the way if you want your corn. That's better. That's better. Oh, flies are biting me. He loves his corn. Corn and grass, that's all he needs, and some water. Tomorrow evening, after I unload the rest of that ditch grass out of the truck, or the bowl, I'm going to just pull it up and park it here and hook it up to there so I can leave Monday morning early. But before I do that though, before I bring the grass in there and hook this up tomorrow night or tomorrow evening, I'm going to close that door, that gate, and if they're out of here like they are today, I'll close that gate down there too, so they can't come up here at all. This will stay open, so I can just come out here, load them up, and take off. I think tomorrow morning I'll give them a little corn. I'm gonna put it in the front of the trailer, and then tomorrow night I'll do the same thing. And then Monday to load him, I'll put the corn here. He'll come right in. I don't have to worry about him. He can have the trailer all to himself. Tonight I'm going to take the truck back to the carport. Enjoy your corn, boy. Enjoy it while you can. The rest of that tomorrow evening. Okay. Go park the truck again. I ain't got no plans for tomorrow. I don't have no more quickcrete. Although I might go out there and take the plastic off what I've done today. Looks like there's a rain over that way. That's what it looks like. I remember before I had cattle here in the 80s, because I built the shed. I built the barn there in winter of 89 and 90. Or they put it up in 89. And then Morton Buildings. And then me and my wife, we during the winter, I remember that winter was like 20 below, and we were putting the manger in and all the posts in for the manger, and it was 20 below, and we were building fires every place we needed a post to thaw the ground so I could dig a hole. Yeah, I built that manger that winter, and then I think we brought our first cattle over from the farm in spring or summer of 1990. I better back up a little bit more. And I gotta put this gate up in front of the truck. Yeah, I remember that year. I remember that year because at least one cow over at the farm. That's when we still had the Brangus Holstein cattle, but I also had the Highlands mixed in too. But that's what we brought over here first was I brought the Highlanders over first. Yeah, the ones that we had over at the farm. But I kept the black ones there for a few years until we got things fit. And then later on we bought. No, we already had the 20 acres down there. I didn't have it fenced for cattle. I was still making hay down in there, but it was too hard because it was always too wet. And that one year, 1990, remember that year, there was clover in that pasture by the road, and it was ready to cut for hay when there was a flood. Oh, I'd say it was about 6 inches of flood water. It didn't knock down the clover. It didn't knock it down, but it flooded it, and the bottom of the clover plants were all full of mud. And so it was the bales were very heavy and dusty. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, but now we got the big pasture. I fixed that up. We fixed that up for cattle, and then I still got the cattle here too. Okay, I gotta go in. Birds are sure flying around, ain't they? Them swallows, not sparrows, swallows. Look at that big beam of sunlight over to the right. Isn't it pretty cool? How it shines out from out of that cloud. That's pretty cool. Beam of light. I like it. Yeah, them swallows are, at least, hopefully they're eating all the bugs. Look at this. Is it two or three swallows up there merged together? Like, yeah, they're. I think there's some of them are the babies from this year. The new birds. Anyway, I gotta go in. It's too hot out here. It's 6:30 right now. 6:30 p.m. There's some rain over there. And yesterday I did this. I used to have a solid wire going across. From there, I gotta close that gate. Yeah, I gotta close that one up to there to make this on. Forgot about that. That's how I go in and out when this wire's up. But instead of having one long wire to deal with, I got two of them, two hooks there, and that's what turns the rest of the fence on. That way, if I just need to use a truck and not the tractor, I can unhook it here without unhooking all of it. Works out pretty good. There's all these swallows. Some up there. Some, you can see them flying around out there, catching bugs. There's a lot of bugs around me too. Yeah, I gotta go in because I gotta get away from these bugs. Come on, birds, where'd you go? They're resting up there, I guess. Two on top wire and one on the bottom. Come on, birds, where'd you guys go? There they are. There they are. Hey, where are you? They must go out pretty far to catch bugs. I think this is the time of night when they catch the most because of the they just swim around. They're like fighter jets. Look at it. Some of them go in. I think I scare some of them. Yeah, take a break. Those two have been up there the whole time. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're courting. I wonder how many batches of eggs they lay every summer. I think they already hatched the ones. I think they already had some. Over there, they're fighting there. Yeah. I wonder if they lay more eggs. Because I think they already hatched and the babies already grew up. Because about a week or so ago, they were feeding their babies. And look at the sunbeams. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna go check the radar. Air is cool out here. It's cool, but it's humid. Very humid. Very humid. Okay, I'm gonna go in. Get away from these bugs. We can't see, but there's a bird on top of that nest. There used to be baby birds in there, but I think they're gone now. They already grew up and flying around. I think she's laying on eggs again. I wonder how many batches of eggs they lay in the summer. 6:40 p.m. That's me. So that cloud I was looking at that I said had rain in it and had the sun rays shining out of it toward the north. That's what I was looking at right there. The sun rays were shining that way. There's another system down here. I don't know if I'm getting that or not. I just gotta wait and see. That one's I think they're all going this way. It's probably gonna miss me. But I might get it if it's going that way. Let's see where it's moving. It looks like it's just evaporating. It all evaporated up there. Oh well.